This tutorial is going to show you how to create a scene selection menu in your DVD. To set this up, most of the work is actually done in Final Cut Pro and then exported in a certain way so that when your movie is imported into iDVD, your chapter selection will be automatically created. On commercial DVDs, I'm sure you've seen the scene selection menus where you can jump to different scenes throughout the video. This is going to be exactly the same thing. And this might be useful in your practicum if you say have an interview at one point and maybe a few different procedures in other points, and you would like to give the viewer the ability to either watch the whole thing as one continuous movie or just jump around and say skip ahead to a particular procedure. What we're going to do is create a number of chapter markers here in Final Cut Pro that will be read by the iDVD program and be interpreted as a scene selection menu. So how we do that is basically we come down here to our timeline and scrub around and find the place where we would want to put in our scene selection. Let's just say right here is where we want our first scene selection jump to point to be. So with the playhead exactly where we want it to be, we go up here to Markers, Add. And you can see this created marker number 1. So then we would just simply scroll forward and say the next spot where we want to create a chapter marker is here when we switch videos. Go back up here to Markers, Add. And let's just say you wanted to edit one of these markers. You can go here to Markers, and you'll notice that there is a edit, reposition, and a delete function. Don't use any of these. In iDVD, it wants a very specific set of markers, and using any of these functions can, not always, but can break the automatic scene selection setup. So if you want to change any of them, what you need to do is go to Delete All, and that takes out all the chapter markers that we used, and you're going to have to redo all of them with the same procedure that we used before. So that's all you have to do in Final Cut Pro. Make sure you follow the Export for iDVD tutorial.